The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Happiness depends upon ourselves. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The unexamined life is not worth living. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. He who knows does not speak. He who speaks does not know. To do good is noble. To teach others to do good is nobler and much less trouble. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. An unexamined life is not worth living. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Change in all things is sweet. The most certain sign of wisdom is cheerfulness. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. The only way to deal with fear is to face it. The only wealth that you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. If you want to be happy, be. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. The only real wisdom is knowing you know nothing. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us.